Hello and welcome to all Dragonsworn, Heroes of the Horn, Ashaman, and others who have found this channel. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a look at this behind the scenes Season 2 clip from IGN again. We did it, I've done it on several other channels. I did it on OBG Mike, I did it on Amanda Manethrin's channel. We had some fun there. It was good fun. So go check those out as well. I also did it on a live stream where we went really in depth. But I think what I want to do here is I'm going to do a real quick version. So anybody that just wants to see what I got to think, or just see it in real, see it, not on IGN, can see it in a decent amount of time. This isn't going to be a long video. This is going to be a quick playthrough, I think, just with some initial thoughts. And after being able to see it a few times now, some things that have been brought up and some things that just keep sort of grating on me. But first thing we're going to look at, we still got a ratio here. It's slowing down, but if you have seen the video with me and Amanda Manethrin, we think they're removing dislikes just because it was one thing when he looked at it and then it was lower when he looked at it again. So that's speculation, but it's still ratioed, and we'll see if it stays that way. It'll be interesting. But right now we know it's at 2K downloads, maybe a little more, but we'll see. So let's take a look at this. We're gonna get a little bit of sound here. Okay, good. And here we go. So we all we've gone over it ad nauseum a little bit. The Aiel don't look very good. I think they're gonna do CGI spears or something. I don't know. But as Dane mentioned, there's no bows, there's no bucklers, and they look like I don't know. They look like they look like they belong in Dune, as Salty Texas Sea has said. Let's move forward. Not much to see there. That's Avienda. Don't get a very good shot of her. And then we have Rosamund Pike and Daniel Henney, Lan and Moraine walking on the beach. Wherever this is, if it's Falme, wherever, it's somewhere where they probably really shouldn't be, because they shouldn't even be in this season very much, but alas, they will be. Moving very slowly. Alright, so then we get a white cloak charge. Now there's been a little bit of debate here. Not much debate, but a little bit of debate. First, we got this weird looking trebuchet back there. Is it actually a trebuchet? Is it an apparatus to get water out of the sand? Maybe it is an oil derrick. That would be interesting. But we have a white cloak charge here. I think now, the more I'm looking at this white cloak right here, I feel like is in one of the fighting scenes later. So I'm not sure where this is, to be honest. We're going to see. It could be the stone. They could be fighting in the Stone of Tyr. They could be fighting in Falme. I don't know what they're doing. But it doesn't look like from first glance, the white cloak that's in the initial shot on the screen is not there. But let's continue. And then you get this smoke. Some think that's the hero. I think the Heroes of the Horn coming, which it might be. But some think it's just cloud effects to try and look cool. I don't know. It could be either at this point. Who knows if the Heroes of the Horn are even going to be in it. There's the more smoke. We'll see if that's something that is story driven, or if it's just a let's hide bad CGI effect. We got this torture wheel. I will never understand the infatuation with this thing. It's ugly. It shouldn't be there. It has no purpose being in there. There's Dane again from White Cloaks has said that he thinks this is where Avienda is going to be saved from in the scene that the leaked audition tape takes place. I'm not 100% sure, since the only shot we see with Avienda is with two other Aiel, so maybe that's another scene that is without our main characters. There is the white cloak with the double-bladed axe, which makes no sense. A new fin. I think this is probably going to be Dane Bornhold. It might be child buyer. It could be either. It's a white cloak from the sunburst there, and they got, I think there's a knotted cord there, but the worst part, the thing that sticks out to me the worst is one, their armor is different than the initial armor, which is silly because they should be gleaming white, and everybody should know they're a white cloak, and it should be, that's how they should look. And then on top of it, I've never heard in the Wheel of Time of a white cloak, child of the light, whatever, using a battle axe. Children of the light, white cloaks should be using swords or mounted lances. That's what they should be using, and they should be the cleanest regiment of soldiers you should see because they take pride in their uniform and they are fighting for the creator. Not this. This looks terrible. But most of the wardrobe in this show is terrible. Then we have a really terrible scene. You got Uno here. It's what makes it terrible to say, because I don't know why the Shinarans are wearing skirts either. Some of this could look okay. I don't, except for the skirts. I don't know what the skirts are, but the big deal breaker in this one is this is Perrin. He's got a sword. Anybody that's read the books knows that Perrin with a sword equals no. It's those attentions to details that they've ignored. It's not even a hard detail to get right. They've ignored it on purpose. I don't understand why. It makes no sense. Why would you give the man a sword when he should be using an axe? And just giving him an axe would be, like, even if everything's wrong, at least get their tools right. The axe is a main part of Perrin's story. Also, it's been brought up a lot in this scene, there's no Loyal. Loyal's supposed to be alive, even though he's dead. So, the speculation, at least what I speculate with Amanda Manetheren, is that Loyal went to Tar-Valon to either get healed or just to be with Egwene, or I don't know, maybe Matt or some, probably more likely Egwene, and they'll bond instead of him and Rand. Let's continue forward here. There we have a tropical waygate. Not much to say here other than these waygates look stupid. I don't think this is supposed to be a steading because I don't think they even know what a steading is. Waygate looks dumb. Loyal's not going to open it, which equals stupid. So we'll keep moving on. This shot, it's supposed to, I don't know what feeling it's supposed to make us feel. It just looks, I think it just looks silly, to be quite honest. Let's move on. Then we have a shot of the Shan-Chan. We know this is we're almost positive this, well, yeah, I am positive this is Shan-Chan. You got the, as was pointed out by some of my viewers, you got the Hawkwing banner up here. Then you got the Marlboro Man in his boots and jeans down here, who we think is Padden Fane right here. You can see these are Shan-Chan by their spears and their tassels on the spears and their unique, I guess, I don't know, we haven't got a good shot of it, but their armor's going to be ridiculous too. But let's see. We think this is High Lord Turok because he's wearing a sword. I just noticed that, so at least he's got a sword. He is a blade master, so I'm not sure how he's going to fight effectively with this little ring around his shoulders. But at least he's got a sword, and it looks like, as Mike said last night, you can almost see that they got long lacquered nails on High Lord Turok. They can get that detail right, but they can't get any of the characters' eyes correct. Now, this could be Falme. I think from some of the other stuff in this, I'm leaning towards this might be Tyr. A lot of us think that they've combined Falme and Tyr, which is catastrophic, but we will see. It could be either at this point. All I know is nobody lives here. They're defending sand. They're defending no people. It seems like I don't know where all the people are. It would be nice if there was it was like a bustling port community like it should be if it's Falme. We've got some explosions. There is talking with Dane. This may be Carhian. Carhian. Me and pronunciation. The Forgated Carhian, but that would mean that they're sending Rand with Lan a Moraine to Carhian. Why? I mean, I don't. Well, I guess this you could sort of call this random. It looks more like, as everybody's been joking, it looks more like Indiana Jones. All he needs is a fedora, and he'll be perfect. I don't like look Rand. If you put somebody in front, if you sat somebody said down and said, "Tell me what character this is," I don't know that they'd be able to pick Rand out. It's not. I mean, again, I think this actor could have pulled it off, but the costume's wrong, the haircut's wrong, everything's wrong. But you can see that that's Daniel Henney back there, so that's Lan. And I think you can see a little dark right there. I think that's going to be Moraine. I don't know why the three of them are in Carhian, but I think we're going to get into some stupid Deus de Mar, the great game stuff, with maybe Moraine leading the way instead of Tom. Who knows if Tom's even alive? Probably not. But let's move on. Man, catastrophic. Some catastrophic changes. We're on the beach chatting about how they killed that woman how they killed that little girl with the waves and their big meanies. I think this is Min at first sight. I'm gonna stick with Min. It wouldn't make sense for them to show anybody else but Min. It's hard to tell. I think it's Min. She's got a weird mohawk cut, but I think that's Min. Nothing much else to say there. Now we get some back shots. Yay. So I think the more I'm looking at where Rand is, I don't know. This is not how. Maybe this is Carhian. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows what they're doing? I'm just trying. Yeah. At least there's people around. At least there's people here. Somebody is living in that city. So I think that might be Varen. Somebody said it has. I feel like it's a woman's silhouette. I can't tell anymore. It's not Geralt of Rivia, that's for sure. I think that might be Varen, not 100%. That is Padden Fane. I think, and it was Amanda Manetheren that said that this looks like him leaving Faldara, which I think is probably right. It looks like the same architecture from Faldara. I did joke that maybe they're just skipping the whole hunt for the horn thing, and Loyal will wake up and bonk him in the head and take everything back. That would be hilarious, but I doubt that's going to... They'll do something and it'll be worse than that, if you can believe it. There we have a weird tiny fade. I don't know if the camera angles are bad. Maybe they'll fix it, but I mean, the garb looks okay. Something looks weird about it. He looks tiny. I think it was Dane that brought up, because the green screens, that this is probably just a tower, a white tower shot. That's just one building that they're gonna reuse over and over again to get some scenes on the top of one of the towers of Tarvalon, which I think makes sense. Then here's this fight scene. I think the more I'm looking at this is in, so I guess, is this Sean, this might be Sean Chan fighting White Cloaks in the streets, because this looks like it's the same town that we entered on when we first saw the Sean Chan. So I guess this is the fight where the horn sounds, or should sound. I don't know. This is either a fight at the Stone of Tyr or Falme. It looks like. I'm assuming these are Sean Chan, because you got the same guys fighting. These are the horsemen that were riding in. There was speculation that this might be Loyal because of how big he was. I think Mike said it. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he does have the poofy hair back there, so maybe that is Loyal. I don't know. I don't know. It's a big I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. This is not the part of the battle I'm concerned about. If the Battle of Falme takes place, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're not going to show that, though, if they're doing it. There we have Egwene, Mulguini, as Amanda Manetheren will say. I don't know this novice's robe. Maybe they just make her an accepted because she's the best and she knows everything already. I don't even know why she's in the tower at this point. She's a full-on channeler. This should be just a sheet. This should be a sheet. Obviously, she's leaving the tower again, so maybe she's going on her adventure to Falme or wherever they're gonna go in this show. Stealing tower relics. We'll see, but outfit looks wrong. And then we have what is speculated to be Gawain, Galad, and Matt training with spears for whatever reason. More smoke-filled rooms. Why they're training with spears is beyond me. They should be training with swords. If this is supposed to be the iconic two brothers versus Matt scene, then they've screwed that up as well. Maybe this is just them warming up. I don't know. I can't give them the benefit of the doubt. If they even do the scene between the two brothers and Matt, they're gonna mess that up too. The choreography will be bad. But I have no problem believing that this is the Matt, Gowan, and Galad. But we'll see. I still don't know why they're spears. So this is more floor gate, I think. Probably the Illuminators blowing up something there, maybe. We're gonna have a White Cloak Aiel dance fight. White Cloak Aiel dance fight. There we go. They're breakdancing. So too much White Cloaks. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. I know White Cloak fans, if there are any, besides for the White Cloaks YouTube channel, but I think they'd even say that there's too much White Cloaks. As I said a few times, the White Cloaks are not the villains of Wheel of Time. Let's get some Forsaken in here and get them rolling. I'm not surprised we don't see any Forsaken, but you tell me. Do you think there's too many White Cloaks? I think there's too many White Cloaks. We got the Fade. I did say the Fade hung by. I'm not gonna spoil it, but then we got Perrin there with his sword still. Yay. If this is Ingtar, at first glance, not the skirt, but everything else, Ingtar looks pretty okay. We'll see. I can't. We're not gonna get. We haven't seen any of the Shienarans from the front. And then I had speculated. I thought this was. It looked like a girl to me, but obviously I'm not a biologist. So it's been brought to my attention that this is most likely, and I agree, Elias, who is now Sniffer and Wolf Brother, or maybe he's not a Wolf Brother in this. He's just a Sniffer. Who knows? We're all assuming he is the Elias from the books, which, nothing else is from the book. So why would Elias match the Elias from the books? But he does look very like he's been living out in the woods, so with wolves. So at least there's that. I would love to have seen him from the front, but I do have to say one thing is we all know how much Elias likes being around people. So the fact that he's traveling with the Shienarans makes perfect sense, right? If you couldn't catch it, that's sarcasm. Elias hates being around people. He wants to be around wolves. The only people he even can stand being around is tinkers, and that's only for short periods of time. He likes being out in the wilderness by himself with the wolves. This makes no sense. I don't like Elias traveling with the Shienarans for an extended period of time at the beginning of the series. I don't like it. I don't think it makes sense. It should be Perrin and Elias on their own. Perrin learning a little bit about what he is. There's Rand looking all, I'm a bad man. I'm an evil dark one guy. Of course, we got to get the teary eyes because the poor guy has to cry in every scene. Lan doing some terrible sword kata again, recharging the warder nipple technique. Got to charge up the nips. I don't believe that. I don't know how much I believe there is a sword choreographer because this choreography is bad. The sword fighting is bad, and as Amanda Manethrin brought up, he's training by himself. He's not. If he's with Rand, he's not even training Rand. Rand has not trained at all. No, there is no training in this show. Everybody just learns stuff and knows stuff. Horse riding. Padan Fain looking mad about something. He's probably pissed at Perrin because God knows he can't be pissed at Rand because Rand is not doing anything he's supposed to. Here's the shot that makes me think it is. So I've looked at if you look at a map of Randland, I think this looks, with the river here, I think these are mountains on the right. You have the white cloaks closing in. I think this is probably the Stone of Tyr. I think this is Tyr. I think this is not Falme. I think this is the Stone of Tyr, which also, the fact that they have him, the Shan Chan should have been spread throughout whatever region they landed in. So the fact that they seem to have them cornered in Tyr is a little bit ridiculous to me. But and the White Cloaks did not have, they had a legion of like 1,000. They were pretty much marching to their death. So right here, it makes it look like the White Cloaks have them cornered. So the White Cloaks did not have the upper hand going into Falme. If this is supposed to be Falme, this makes it look the other way around, like they're sieging the stone or Falme. Oh, somebody was getting dragged away there. I didn't notice that last time. Who's dragging them away? What? I'm trying to. Is this? This looks like maybe another four-gate scene. Is that a? I don't know if that's a Trolloc or not. I can't tell. But somebody's being dragged away. This is probably a White Cloak. This dude's being dragged away. Is that? No, that's not Perrin. Moving on. It has that four-gate aesthetic. If it is Carhian, it could be some random town in the middle of nowhere for all we know. That's what they like to do. And then we have Mouth of Sauron. I'm guessing Shan Chan. I don't know if this is a Dame. I don't know if it's a Suldam. Who knows what it is? All I do know is it looks really dumb. Okay. And then we have the sword coming down and we finish. So, guys, we have some mishmash clips in here. And there's already things that are catastrophically wrong. Attention to detail that is missed. Things that make no sense. Things that could easily have been changed and corrected and made right, like the number one simplest thing that they could have done is given Perrin his axe. They give him a sword. And I know I keep harping on it, but it's important because the sword and the hammer are a big deal to Perrin, and we're ignoring that. I don't understand, and even if you don't, even for some reason you don't want to explain that, explore that great, arc. I don't know why you won't want to explore it, but even if you don't want to explore it, you should recognize that the weapon of choice of Perrin is an axe. It's a moon-bladed axe with the spike. What is the harm in just giving him an axe instead of a sword? These are the decisions that are being made. They're and I don't understand that they don't serve the story. They don't serve the fans. They don't serve anyone. It's just lazy. It's like, well, we don't want to put the time in to craft him an axe, or we don't feel he should have an axe. I don't know. Give him the axe, but you're not going to. So I don't know. There's a lot wrong with this behind the scenes thing. There wasn't much footage, but the footage we've seen is already showing us that season 2 is shaping up to be a disaster of epic proportions. I will be watching every episode. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it live. I might be doing it live with reaction as it happens, and do a post episode stream. Figuring that out at this point, but stay tuned. I'm gonna have a lot of videos dropping here if I can make time and not have to work too much. But hopefully got a lot of videos dropping. Some on Wheel of Time, some on other things. But thank you for tuning in. I hope this didn't get too long, and this is the short version that you were hoping for, and I was hoping for. So until then, thank you to all my channel members. I'm still working on a few things for you guys. We'll hopefully get some time here in the next few days to start crafting some of that and making it complete. But thank you all, every channel member. I appreciate all of you. Leave a comment in the community tab, or send me a message if there's any ideas you have for the channel. I would appreciate it. I would love to talk to all of you about it. And until then, all hail the Lord Dragon, and have a great day.